Tailgating is the practice of driving on a road too close to a frontward vehicle, at a distance which does not guarantee that stopping to avoid collision is possible. The safe distance for following another vehicle varies depending on various factors including vehicle speed, weather, visibility, and other road conditions. Some jurisdictions may require a minimal gap of a specified distance or time interval. When following heavy vehicles, or in less than ideal conditions, a longer distance is recommended. Causes: there can be several reasons for tailgating. Tailgating can occur because of a lack of perceived risk in so doing. Thus, it is done unconsciously or negligently, very often by people who consider themselves safe drivers and generally obey the other rules of the road. Evidence shows that more experienced drivers are more likely to be involved in rear-end collisions, possibly because they overestimate their skill and become complacent about allowing sufficient distance to avoid an accident. In its worst form, it can be a particularly violent form of road rage and a form of intimidation. An example would be where the tailgating driver threatens damage to the leading vehicle and its occupants by driving aggressively, perhaps also with use of headlights and horn, to bully the leading vehicle's driver to get out of the way. The driver being tailgated might not wish to comply, especially if doing so would involve breaking the law, such as by increasing speed beyond the speed limit or changing lanes without due regard for safety. Note, however, that in some jurisdictions flashing high beams is a normal and polite method used to signal the intention to overtake. 1. Tailgating can also be dangerous to the tailgater, especially if he or she is driving closely behind a large vehicle. If the leading vehicle decelerates suddenly, the tailgater has a high risk of causing a rear-end collision. A form of deliberate tailgating known as slipstreaming, draft-assisted forced stop, or draft-assisted forced auto-stop is a technique which has been used by people known as hypermilers to achieve greater fuel economy. DFAS involves turning off the engine and gliding in neutral while tailgating a larger vehicle, in order to take advantage of the reduced wind resistance in its immediate wake. Note that this practice is extremely dangerous. While tailgating itself is inherently risky, the danger of collision is increased with DFAS as power brakes can be lost after a few applications of the brake pedal and, with older cars, the pressure that causes power steering to function can be lost as well. Fighting against tailgating. Tailgating causes most rear-end crashes in South Australia. The United Kingdom and Australia are trialling certain road markings which can help resolve this problem. Consisting of an arrangement of chevrons, these remind the driver not to tailgate. In Germany, tailgating is punishable with a fine of up to 400 In case of gross negligence, one or more penalty points are given and the driver's license may additionally be immediately suspended for up to 3 months. References, notes. External links. Tailgating information, Traffic and Crimes Amendment Bill. Tailgating information, 2 to Safety Campaign, Police Force Safety Advice, Report on an Anti-Tailgating Operation.